Hi you guys, it's Melanie and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. I have so many aspects that I want to share with you guys in this video, so definitely stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you do, please consider subscribing to our channel by clicking on that red subscribe button and giving us a huge thumbs up. So without any further delay, let's get started. If you guys tuned in for the reveal on yesterday, you know that I promised you I would go through the details behind the design on today. And that's exactly what I want to do. So if you guys have not seen that video, stop this video right now and go back and check it out. I will leave a card here, a link at the end of this video, and also a link down in the description box. For those of you guys who did see the reveal, welcome back. Today I want to kind of talk to you guys about all of the details behind the design. But before I get into those small details, I want to remind you of our first visit to the venue and what everything looked like. Okay, so this is Travis. Say hi, Travis.
Hey, everyone.
And this is Adelie.
Hello again.
So, what is kind of your vision for this area?
She about to tell you.
So,
Okay.
so you'll walk in the doors, and of course, I envision a tent. And what we'll do, we'll put the tent, kind of center into the yard, and then, gonna drab to fab. We're gonna cover the back wall with the tent, and it's gonna have this beautiful double hexagon arch, leading down with arched white chairs, and then of course the aisle runner, and then we're gonna have lights in the tent, have a nice beautiful chandelier, draping covering the poles, just lightening up the space a little bit.
I believe in carrying the theme throughout the entire wedding, and as you guys can see here, this invitation had the double hexagonal arch that she was speaking of, and her uncle is also the owner of a local party rental place here called Party Pros, and she rented that arch from them. And here absolutely gorgeous arch, and I added the floral work onto that arch on the day of the wedding, on the morning of the wedding, and I wanted to make it look as close as possible to the actual invitation. So if you guys can see here, I use tons of greenery. I use leather leaf, I use eucalyptus, some small tea roses, the faux hydrangeas. So the hydrangeas are faux flowers because right now floral prices are absolutely ridiculous. And they also covered the back of the tent so that we could have that soft, beautiful wedding look that she had envisioned in our initial consultation. So here is actually what the entire setup looked like with the lighting, and once the ceremony started, they did want the ceremony to be unplugged, so I only managed to capture about 15 minutes 15 seconds, excuse me, of the actual ceremony. But you guys, it was absolutely gorgeous in person. There was a little bit of an overcast that day, but I just believe that overcast always makes for an incredibly gorgeous wedding. The next detail that I want to share with you guys is the detailing of the skirt at the sweetheart table. Now, we were kind of pressed for space, and I had to get super creative at the last minute in terms of what I wanted to do in order to accentuate their sweetheart table. So what I decided to do was to add 2 table skirts onto the sweetheart table to kind of accent that backdrop wall and all of the swag draping that you guys see there. I just felt like it added so much character and so much fun to the actual design to make it round where everything else was square. And then the train at the bottom of the table actually matched her dress, and it was absolutely gorgeous. One of my favorite other details of the wedding was the foot washing. The groom opted to do a foot washing instead of a garter toss, and I just felt like it was so humbling, it was so intimate, it was so different, so refreshing. The guests absolutely loved it. Everyone was in awe of how everything went. And I think it's just so imperative, for you to allow your couples, your clients, your bride, your groom, whomever, to infuse their own personality into the actual ceremony and reception. I think that once you allow them to add those intimate pieces of themselves and infuse those things into the ceremony and into the reception, the overall feel will just be absolutely wonderful. The guests, we got so many compliments on, from the ceremony to the decor to just the food. I mean, luxury is an experience. It's not a price tag. It is an experience. And so the guests had a truly luxurious experience. Another thing that we wanted to do was that, so many wedding cakes are absolutely delicious, but they don't taste as good as they look. And one of the things that they wanted to do was to incorporate all of the flavors that they loved into their wedding cake. And so they did a small cake for themselves, and then they also did a groom's cake as well. And instead of doing a toast, they did shot glasses on the groom's cake, and I added the fresh flowers. And on the bride's cake, we had the traditional toasting glasses, and the toasts that their siblings made were just so heartwarming. Another touch that we added was the green flowers that you see here on the centerpieces. I went back and added a faux hydrangea to those live florals because I wanted to kind of pull that white from the floral backdrop into the actual centerpiece, and you can't even tell that they were faux. I think it just brought that entire look together and made it look and feel very, very collected, very beautiful. And then all of the candle lights, you guys, I probably had 40 to 60 candles on the head table. The candlelight brought so much beauty and ambiance to the space. And then with the extra tea roses that I had left over, I added those small roses to each place setting, and I just thought it made it look so elegant. And of course, I had to include my napkin rings from totallydazzled.com. Right now, they have a huge sale going on, so you definitely want to check them out. I will leave a link down below. Now, I wanted to make the sweetheart table very intimate and round, and that's exactly what I did there. And then I combined the navy blue and the bling to kind of represent the bride and the groom. And overall, I just think it turned out absolutely fabulous. The next day, the flowers did not go to waste because I created a gorgeous lounge for all of the moms to celebrate on Mother's Day. Now, when I went back to take down the arch, you guys, it had stormed terribly. Like storm, stuff falling, blowing everywhere. But look at this arch. It is still intact. And that is a great indicator of good floral work and good mechanics. So that is the details I kind of wanted to share with you guys. If you had any additional questions, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and enjoyed this series, I highly recommend you join us for Lux Academy online. I will also be having an in-person class in July, so I will definitely let you know. Visit my website at melanieturner.design to get on the wait list to pre-register. I'm so excited about this series, and I will see you guys soon. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!